Sony is ending their rewards program this December. What does this mean for the PlayStation Visa credit card? Hey everyone, my name is Kevin the Apptrepreneur. Thank you so much for spending a few minutes of your time here with me today on this YouTube channel. And today we are discussing something that caught me a little by surprise, and this is actually going to personally affect me because Sony is ending their rewards program. And the reason we're talking about this is because the rewards program from Sony was the primary benefit if you had a Sony PlayStation Visa credit card, which I do have. I got the Sly Cooper design, which in hindsight I wish I would have gotten the PlayStation buttons design, but whatever. I like Sly Cooper, so and I've used it a lot. I don't use it as much nowadays, but when I first got that thing, I was using it for pretty much everything. I was paying it off, and the biggest benefit to having the Sony PlayStation card is if, of course, you are a PlayStation user, because if you buy games digitally on PlayStation's little store, or if you bought a PlayStation game and sent them the receipt, you would get bonus points which you could then redeem for other free games, hardware, gift certificates, things like that. And you'd get some of these points if you bought Sony movies on physical media. However, according to the rewards program, it will be ending on December 31st, 2024 at 11:59 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So it says, please review changes to the terms and conditions effective June 20th, which apply to the Sony Rewards program from now until it ends. All Sony Rewards points will expire on December 31st, 2024. Members can continue to redeem points for items in the Sony Rewards catalog through December 31st, 2024. If you are not a Sony or PlayStation Visa credit card holder as of June 20th, 2024, you are no longer able to earn Sony Rewards points. So they're giving Visa credit card holders a little bit of time to basically, use the card a little bit more, show up some more points, and then use them before they expire at the end of the year. If you are a Sony or PlayStation Visa credit card holder, you can continue to earn Sony Reward points only by making purchases using your Sony or PlayStation Visa credit card. So this also applies to the Sony credit card, which I do not have. Further information will be provided to cardholders by Community Bank regarding changes to the credit card programs. For more information, including how to contact customer service, visit our frequently asked questions. Now, what does this mean for the credit card? Well, interestingly, I decided to go to the PlayStation blog. There's introducing the new PlayStation credit card. What date was this? This was in 2017. So this card is, it's several years old now. And by the way, you can tell this blog post is old because they're putting the information on the front. That doesn't how it work now. They put the information on the back so that people can show them in their YouTube shorts and things like that. But anyway, and if you go down, here's here's the points, here's what you get. And if you go to apply, this is what you're going to get. Thank you for your interest in the Sony card or PlayStation card program. The Sony card and the PlayStation card programs are undergoing a transformation. Please check back again for exciting updates happening in November. We apologize for the inconvenience and hope to see you again soon. All right, so what is going to happen to these programs? Well, there's one of three things that will happen. The first is that there will be a completely different credit card that emerges from this. In fact, the idea that Sony has two credit cards has always seemed a little redundant to me. This seems like a good possibility where maybe instead of there being a Sony card and a PlayStation card, it's just a Sony card, and the whole point of it will be if you buy products through Sony, you can either refinance them through the credit card like Best Buy does for electronics and expensive items. That's a possibility. The second thing is that they're just changing the rewards structure. Rather than using this card to collect points anywhere, you will be able to use this card to buy things anywhere, but you will primarily get rewards if you buy from PlayStation and Sony. And what they might do is they might say, hey, you save for example, 5% off your digital games when you buy in the Sony PlayStation online store. But if you're a PlayStation Plus member or something like that, maybe you save 10%. And this not only encourages you to buy more games through Sony, it encourages you to buy them digitally, which is what these companies want you to do. They want you to buy these games digitally. That one seems the least likely. And then there's a third option. This one's probably the most likely. I hate to say it. They're just going to shutter the credit cards entirely. Maybe they are not getting enough signups, and Sony and Community couldn't come to terms and agreements. Maybe the cards are no longer doing what they set out to do. I know that, these cards were a lot more popular when the PlayStation 5 launched in 2020. That's the reason I wound up with a PlayStation card, was because I was trying to get a PlayStation 5, and they were giving like 10 times the points, things like that. Ultimately, did get quite a few PlayStation 5s and sold them on eBay. If you were around the channel at the time, you know that. But those are the three options that I think is going to happen. Now, I think it would personally be a shame if we lost this card, only because the artwork is so darn cool. And hopefully Sony will maybe offer card holders a chance to maybe buy a frame with all the old designs that you can hang on the wall. I think that would be really cool personally. But we're just going to have to wait and see exactly what happens with this card. For the time being, I do encourage everyone to use the points that you have. And unless you're buying something from PlayStation, their little online ecosystem, playing a PlayStation game, I would not use the card anymore, because at this point, the points, aren't going to matter much. Use cards that get you cash back or points that you can apply to something, because, it takes a lot to save up for these items. And, I also suspect, though, to maybe wait a week, because I bet you there will be soon rewards that will be discounted through the Sony Rewards app, because they are sunsetting the program and they're going to want to encourage people to use those points. Or maybe they won't. Maybe they'll just keep them high in that PlayStation VR that I could get through points. Maybe that's just never going to happen. I got pretty darn close, though. But anyway, I do want to know, what do you think of this news? Do you have the PlayStation Visa credit card or the Sony Visa credit card? Would you keep them if the terms changed? Does it make you regret having them now? Are you going to be sad to see this product go? I would love to know. So comment below, like, favorite, share, subscribe, and as always, flame responsibly. And now that I've done that, let's do the outro.
Hey, you made it to the end. Thank you so much for making it to the end. Just a few more things. First of all, the names that you see on the screen, these are our Patreon and YouTube member supporters, and I thank each and every one of them. Their support helps me make exclusive videos for Patreon and YouTube members, as well as keep the channel running, and of course is just of huge kindness to me. Also, don't forget to check out the iCritic-led podcast on Spotify, Apple, Google, Deezer, whatever podcasting service you listen to, it is there. We definitely want to see you there. And hey, there's also other videos that you can check out. So, check out these other channels, these other videos, especially that one. I think that's a really good one.